Hello everyone. I'm going to quickly show you how to create groups in your Brightspace so that your entire class can be a part of the same activities, and then when you want to separate them into different groups, you can. So this works well for split grades, or if you wanted to create, for example, book clubs, or you wanted to have breakout rooms, breakout discussions, etc. So the first thing you're going to do is go into course admin, or if you have in your nav bar group settings, you can go in there too. We're just looking for groups. I'm going to use course admin just in case you don't have your group settings in your nav bar. And we're going to go to learning management and see groups. Now in here, we're going to create a category. So the categories can be where you want them, what area you want them to be separated. So for example, I know in my split classes, I usually have social studies as being separate. So I'm just going to put for now social studies and number of groups. I do not want them to be auto enrolled. That means it will put it in for you. You don't want that to happen. I want to do it myself. We are going to create 2 groups, no restrictions, and group prefix. We will just put, it's fine. Okay, so we want to set up discussion areas if you want them to have access to this discussions. Set up lockers. Lockers is kind of like a shared drive in Google Drive where you can upload files. Your students can upload files. They can all edit the same file. They can delete them, remove them. So if you set up files for your lockers for your files, be aware that your students will be able to edit all of them that are in there and delete them. So just be very careful, be mindful. And set up assignments. So you can set up assignments in this section, but you can also do that later. You don't have to do that now. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. And you have to have an existing forum or you can create one. I have a lot of forums, so I'm just going to do social studies. We can create a new topic or you can add to an existing one, and lockers and assignments. So we're going to press save, and then here we go. We're going to create one topic per group. You don't want the 2 in the same group. So there we go, create and next. This is for discussions. And then create assignments. I don't necessarily have an assignment I want to create right now, but if you did, you can do this here or you can do it later. So I'm just going to skip and it will tell me what has been done. 2 lockers were created. I did not create the discussion forums and assignments were not created. So it will give me a summary of what I have. So we're going to add a group. So right now we have 2 groups, and actually I'm just going to show you what it looks like right now. So we're going to go to group settings. There we go. Group 1 and group 2. So you can go in here and we can change it. So grade 3s, I'll just say grade 3. There we go. And you can press save. Then we're going to name this one group 4. Grade 4. And we will save. Then we can enroll our users. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3 and save. And then I will enroll my grade 4s. Just be mindful of when you are enrolling that you notice what category you're in. Sometimes you can have multiple categories and you don't want to enroll your students in the wrong ones. There we go. So right now this is social studies. So I have 3 members in grade 3 and 2 members in grade 2. They do have a locker, group files, and they will have access to whatever files you put in there. If you don't want them to have access to a locker, just make sure you don't check that box. Okay, new category. So I'm going to just make one more so you can see what it looks like. We'll call this science. Oops. And I would like 2 groups. And we are going to not do any of these. We'll press save. There we go. Science, 2 groups. You'll rename them. We can call this grade 3s. And save. And grade 4s. Oops. Grade 4s. And we'll enroll. So we'll enroll our grade 4s. I know I chose people at the bottom. Oops. There we go. And now I'll enroll my grade 3s. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, so now I have my groups. I have my categories. You can click the downward chevron, and now you can see your 2 separate groups. Your 2 separate categories that have 2 separate groups in them. So now what you can do is you can go through your course content, your assignments, and you can separate who sees what. So we're going to do this with our restrictions. Here we go. So maybe you wanted the entire class to see math manipulatives, but you only wanted to focus the pattern blocks with your grade 3s. So we're going to click pattern blocks. We're going to go to the 3 dots because it already exists. And we're going to go to release conditions. In here, we're going to create a release condition. And we're going to select group enrollment. It'll give us an option. We have science. I'm just going to say that we did our grade 3s. Oh, I forgot to name my grade 4s. There we go. Create. There we go. All conditions must be met. They must be grade 3s. There we go. Save. So now you see that little icon, the gear with the eyeball, because there's a setting that has been placed. Relational rods. Maybe I only want that for the grade 4s. View release. We want to create group enrollment, and we are going to select group 2. That is supposed to be the grade 4s. Create and save. There we go. So that's if you wanted them to have access to the math manipulatives, but you want specific math manipulatives to go to certain groups. Now, say we want the entire learning module here, the topic, the grade 4 social studies, to be for the grade 4s. So we're going to view release conditions, and I'm going to delete that. Create new, select type group enrollment. Then I'm going to go for my grade 4s. Create, save, and now they're the only ones you can see in the entire folder. Here's grade 3. View release conditions. Just going to remove the other one. Create and group enrollment. And I'm going to select my grade 3s. There we go. Create and save. And there we have it. So that's how you can separate the content area with your split grades through groups. Good luck!